Hey guys, it's Nadine here. Sorry if I'm shaking. We were just on a ride-along with Orange County Sheriff deputies regarding texting while driving law hands-free, and there is a overturned Lynx bus, and I'm just going to flip the camera over because I don't think you guys can hear me, but I just need to show you this.
First, though, breaking news at noon, a Lynx bus is overturned on I-4, blocking traffic right now. We are looking at live pictures from our DOT camera showing this crash. It's at I-4 West, right near Orange Blossom Trail. And News 6's Nadine Yanis is live with us over the phone. She happened to be on a ride-along with, I believe, the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Nadine, what can you tell us from the ground?
Yeah, Kirsten, you were right. We were actually with a deputy in an unmarked vehicle working on a story about the hands-free texting bill that goes into effect today when the deputy's like, something's going on here. We were like, we couldn't really see because traffic was busy. And then it parted, and there's an entire Lynx bus on its side. And as we pulled up, our deputy was the first one on scene. He advised OPD, their jurisdiction of the crash, but obviously ran to start saving these people who were crawling out of this Lynx bus from the front windshield, which is shattered out.
He was the first deputy to respond to the scene. We were working on another story, and he said there was some unusual traffic, getting around the traffic to check it out. And that's when we saw passengers walking out of where the windshield once was on that bus.
Be careful pulling him out. Support his neck.
Watch his back. We pulled up right as Good Samaritans were pulling passengers out of the emergency hatch on the bus's roof.
You can stand? Everybody's fine.
Orange County Master Deputy Greg Ritker, the first on scene, went first to the bus driver.
We're going to go ahead and get you stood up, all right?
He was real concerned about the other passengers and getting them out first, and some of the passengers had already escaped through the back hatch and through the roof emergency exit hatch.
Many of them clearly shaken afterwards, on the phone telling loved ones and the Good Samaritans who helped pull them out what happened.
He and I were in the very back, and I slid against it, when the bus turned. I was listening to my radio, and then suddenly, boom. You all right, sir?
Oh, we've seen better days.
This while passenger Emilio James, on his way to work at the Orange County Convention Center, told the story to us.
The bus was just swinging and a car was coming side of him there, and I thought he was going to hit that car when he shifting, and the bus was just going and turning.
Give me 1 second, sir.
That's right around the time Deputy Ritker got the bus driver out.
There's a turn, a wiggle turn. The bus tipped to the side, started sliding. I tried to straighten it out.
You're okay. It's all going to be okay.
Yeah, if you look inside and saw where the passengers were and laying and all, I mean, none of them were seatbelted in, so they were bouncing around in there. It could have been a lot worse.
As we await the arrival of President Trump, News 6 anchor Matt Austin is already inside the Amway Center. And Matt, just a short time ago, you finished an interview with Vice President Mike Pence.
That's right. We were one of the only stations in the market to be able to talk to Vice President Mike Pence. I want you to take a look. We're hours away from the president taking that stage right there that says Make America Great Again. And this place, the lower bowl, is nearly full at this point. Many of the VIPs, people who took tour buses here, are already sitting in their seats. You can see folks over near the stage. They're set up. They don't even have seats. They're going to be standing for the next few hours waiting for Donald Trump, the president, to arrive and give them a speech kicking off his re-election campaign. As you said, Vice President Mike Pence, he is already here. I just got to speak with him a few minutes ago. Take a listen. Right, Vice President Mike Pence, thank you so much for talking to us today. We appreciate it.
Great to be in Orlando.
I want to ask you about being in Orlando. You could have picked anywhere. Is this proof that Central Florida, the I-4 corridor, is the most important place for a presidential election?
Well, Florida always looms large in presidential elections. We're proud of the support we had in Florida in 2016. And frankly, the president and I are very proud of all the support that we're receiving all across the state of Florida. And I think he wanted to launch this campaign here, and we're going to take this campaign to keep America great all across this country. But everything starts here in Orlando.
For years now, News 6 has been driving change, shining a light on Florida's toothless texting and driving laws. You see, Florida is one of only 4 states that does not allow officers to pull someone over who's looking at their phone instead of the road. It hit home a few years ago. A texting driver destroyed my car and put 10 staples into the back of my head. Year in and year out, Tallahassee politicians make excuses, inevitably killing these bills silently in committee. The question is, will it happen again? This year, a brand new host of leaders has taken over the state capitol. There's a new Senate president, new House Speaker, and a new governor. But advocates for road safety worry the same old system will keep failing Floridians.
Let us have our say and our chance in the legislature to send this bill to the governor so that it can be signed into law and we can keep our roads safe.
Sounds like democracy.
Democracy, a crazy radical concept, I know. Hear the bill. Hear the bill.
South Dakota and Ohio are in the process of passing their laws, so we're going to be one of 2 states. That's a big problem. So I'm hoping that we get this done this year.
I've covered a lot of government meetings throughout the years. Most of them are mind-numbingly boring. Well, today's meeting was the exception. There were tears, there was passion, and there was even some humor. It was a day of serious discussion that started off with a lighthearted joke.
Matt Alston, stay classy.
I'm not Ron Burgundy. Another opportunity for Florida leaders to vote on a stronger texting and driving bill. And another appearance for me, testifying not as a journalist, but as a citizen, pleading for safer roads.
Right now, police officers can pull you over for speeding, seatbelt violations, registration, but they cannot pull you over for looking at your phone.
We are just moments away now from history in the state of Florida. The governor will sign a bill making texting and driving a primary offense. I'm Bridget Ellison.
And I'm Justin Mormouth. This is the culmination of years of effort to drive change in our state. News 6 has been behind the movement for years, kick-started by this, a crash that left our colleague and friend Matt Austin with a severe concussion and 10 staples in his head. A crash caused by a driver who was texting. And ever since, Matt's mission, his passion, his push has been to change our state's lackadaisical law.
Our own Matt Austin joins us live now from Sarasota High School, where the governor is expected to sign that bill any moment. And Matt, it's quite the scene building up there behind you.
Yeah, it's a very busy press conference about to take place here. Yes, we made the trip over to Sarasota. They did it at Sarasota High School because schools, high schools, elementary schools, middle schools will all be impacted greatly by this bill, as drivers will not be able to have a phone in their hand as they go through school and construction zones.
The operators of Omni Airport Parking tell News 6 that they strive to provide the highest quality of customer service and security. But police reports confirm the off-site parking lot is plagued by car burglaries. Perhaps this is why.
My name is Garrett. I am at the Omni Airport parking car lot.
Garrett Cummings has a warning about this long-term parking lot near Orlando International Airport.
But all these cars in this back lot, completely unlocked with the keys inside of them. Look at this, you can go in any car you like back here. The key is literally in the cup holder.
When Cummings dropped off his family's minivan before going on vacation, he says they left the keys with a valet attendant.
They said they had a special cabinet for the keys themselves, and that our car would be locked at all times.
Following his trip, Cummings returned to Omni Airport parking. There, he found a long line of people waiting for the valet to retrieve their cars.
And they're all shaking their heads, some of them are cursing.
So Cummings says he and other impatient customers began wandering the parking lot to retrieve their vehicles themselves.
We had to find our own car. That's our minivan right there.
The doors had been left unlocked with the keys inside.
And look, if you don't believe me, I can go ahead and start this car. Just push the press to start. Oh, it says door open. But look at that, car starts right up. This facility is not safe.
I wanted to see things for myself, so I drove a car to Omni Airport parking. This valet attendant told me, quote, "We're going to put the key in the key room." That's the same thing I was told when I called the company's reservation line.
So they lock up the keys? Correct?
A hidden camera shows what happened after a valet attendant moved my car to the main parking lot. She appears to set something down on the dashboard. The following night, I returned to Omni, where many people were waiting for the valet to retrieve their vehicles. So I waved down an employee. He gave me permission to walk through the parking lot and get my own car. As I wandered unsupervised for more than an hour peeking inside vehicles, I saw keys lying in plain sight, sometimes right on the driver's seat. I also saw valuables, including navigation systems, business paperwork, even a purse.
They were the ones who never came home.
As soon as we got down there, the shots came through our door.
A gunman taking innocent lives.
I kept checking Hona's pulse. I was holding her hand the entire time.
A community torn apart. Now the state is making changes.
We want every child that arrives on one of our campuses to go home safely.
Gun legislation stamped and approved. Lawmakers now divided.
There's one common thread between all of these horrific tragedies. It's the gun.
Banning the weapon itself will not prevent that person from doing a violent act.
Are guns the problem, or are they getting into the wrong hands?
We need criminal control, not gun control.
This is News 6 at 5. Guns, rights, and safety. Well, tonight, a UCF student is reliving the moments a gunman fired several shots. Her friends nearby killed. This is News 6 at 5. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. And tonight we are committed to looking at gun-related issues from legislation to school guardians now in place. It comes 1 year after the deadly school shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. 17 people lost their lives, many of them students. News 6 anchor Ginger Gadsden begins our coverage at 5. She is live in Parkland tonight. And Ginger, the student you spoke with now lives here in Central Florida. But what did she have to say about that day, and how has it changed her?
Yeah, Lisa and Matt, Valentine's Day 2018 has profoundly changed the way Caitlin Jesenowski sees just about everything. She still has nightmares about the day Nicholas Cruz shot into her classroom, killing 2 of her classmates. But she says she refuses to let that day define her future.
Caitlin Jesenowski is an impressive college freshman. She's smart, ambitious, and athletic. And like most 19-year-old college students, just trying to navigate her way through freshman year at UCF. But she has experienced something many of us pray we never will.
Here's what we know right now. This happened at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
Caitlin was inside one of the classrooms when Nicholas Cruz opened fire last Valentine's Day.
When I got to 4th period, the last thing I remember, they were handing out carnations actually for Valentine's Day. And then the shots came, the first set, and we all kind of looked at each other like what, like in a panic, and then everyone dove and separated into different corners. So I ran to the corner diagonal from the door, which there's a computer cart there, and I moved the computer cart, and 3 of us ended up getting behind the computer cart, and as soon as we got down there, the shots came through our door.
A landmark in American history.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
On this day, 50 years ago, astronauts left Earth for the moon. 4 days later, mission accomplished. The first humans stepped on the moon.
There's a foot coming. There he is. There's a foot coming down the steps.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Today, as we take a moment to reflect, we also look forward to the future of space exploration, knowing that we've only scratched the surface.
We're going to grow as the market grows and as the demand grows. We're building a rocket a month. We're launching a rocket a month.
Welcome to News 6 at 6. I'm Matt Austin. Glad you're with us. We are live at Kennedy Space Center. 50 years ago today, Apollo 11 launched from Pad 39A, which is right behind me. It was a big day, and tonight we're bringing you team coverage of the historic mission and its impact on our area. We've got Ginger Gadsden and Eric Von Anken both at Kennedy Space Center with me tonight. looking at two major players in the current space race and NASA's newly restored mission control. Very cool story. You'll want to stick with us for that.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting. It's going to be beautiful.
Welcome to Space View Park in Titusville, Florida. Space View Park is directly across the Indian River from Kennedy Space Center, Launch Complex 39A. Our pier points directly at 39A. It's a great place to watch the launch from. In fact, I call this the front row of the balcony for a rocket launch. Straight out, that white tower is the water tower. The black tower to the right of it is the launch pad.
Okay, thank you. It's a beautiful setting here, and I expect it to be spectacular.
If I would wear a green shirt, green for go. My thing is to share the knowledge, right there. What I do is stand around out here, explain things to the tourists. Okay. This park was designed to point to pad 39A. Nice. And the black tower is the launch pad. To me, it's just an ordinary launch. For many of these people, though, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Hand out little booklets that I've created to give them a bit of a souvenir. Did you get a brochure? Sure. Well, this is just my little laptop computer. This is the world's most important cable. It goes from the earphone jack into my little guitar amplifier.
With more of the human adventure across our solar system and beyond.
And it's what I use to provide the launch audio for the people here in the park.
So this was going to be the first night launch of the Falcon Heavy, so we decided to come down and see it.
I've had goosebumps about this for weeks.
Oh, it's going to be really good. It's going to get really loud. You're going to feel it in your chest. It's going to really rumble.
Oh, I think it's just going to be fabulous. I can't wait to see the sky light up.
Now at 6, we ask and you deliver.
You thought she wasn't even going to have anything for the kids?
Getting results for 3,000 kids and 1,000 seniors this holiday season.
I appreciate everything everybody's done.
Today, hundreds of toys, bikes, and clothes you donated are being given away to families in need.
Thank you so much for joining us for this very special edition of News 6 at 6. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Lisa Bell. We are live at the Joy Center where 4,000 families and seniors are coming here today to pick up their gifts this Christmas season. We team up with the Salvation Army every year to make sure all of these families across Central Florida have something special on Christmas morning.
We do want to take a moment to remember the rich history, military history that Florida has, and many local veterans now rely on the VA Medical Center in Lake Nona for health care.
And that's where you will find this week's Getting Results Award winner. He is a pain management specialist, but as you will see, he has found a whole new way to heal.
I thought I understood and appreciated, but not till I joined the VA did I really know.
Service to country and the science of medicine.
I'm looking at several emails that I came in today.
It's a balance Dr. Robert Sproul has come to master.
I basically handle pain management issues.
But to the clinical pharmacist, the art of healing now includes a woodwind.
That is my alto saxophone. That's my baby.
You can literally hear it all throughout the facility, inside and out. It's incredible.
So usually I'm in scrubs, but about once a week I'm in a suit. I'm well known for the fedora.
It truly is a dream come true for this family. What you might not know is little Joseph Tidd from this video was actually in another viral video from back in November. And we asked the family then who they hope sees this video. Their answer? Shaquem Griffin. Excitement building. What's up? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you guys are interested. For a moment that's once in a lifetime.
Let's go this way. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
For 1-year-old Joseph Tidd, Shaquem Griffin is the ultimate hero. It's because they share a special connection.
Fist bump.
You might remember Joseph from this viral video showing a fist bump with a new friend from the Lucky Finn Project, a group that celebrates people with limb differences. When we met Joseph's mom, Colleen, we asked about Griffin.
I went to UCF as well, so of course I'm going to be a Griffin fan.
Central Florida native and history-making linebacker Shaquem Griffin was the first one-handed player to ever be picked in the NFL draft.